Welcome back to the Steve Champagne Radio Show. Welcome back, Kiss fans, Gene Simmons fans, Van Halen, and especially Alex Van Halen fans, right here from the Steve Champagne Radio Show. We are so glad you've decided to join us for this particular video because it is explosive, it's controversial. If you like that kind of thing when it comes to music and what artists have to say, you came to the right place. I'm going to tell you that because this is definitely something that has been going around. It started a year ago. Now it is getting more and more and more buzz, if you will, because of the Alex Van Halen book that's coming out in late October. Now, for those people that haven't seen any of my videos before, I'm going to be following that Alex Van Halen book chapter by chapter. For those people that don't get the book, I'm going to be reading a lot of excerpts from it. So you want to subscribe to the channel, especially if you're a Van Halen fan. And we're gonna have big discussion about this at the wintertime, and October rolls around when it comes to Alex Van Halen. But him and Gene Simmons have said the same thing, only they put it differently about the music business. And Gene Simmons has destroyed it. And if you haven't heard what Gene Simmons had to say, let me play you what he had to say so you can hear it right out of his mouth, not out of mine. Okay? All right, here we go.
The laws of the land haven't kept up with technology, so there's not going to be another Beatles. There's not going to be another Hendrix or Kiss or anybody else because there's no structure. There is no record industry. There's chaos. So what you do is you work hard at doing what you do, and I work hard at what I do, and I want to get paid. I already put in more than 10,000 hours. There's that 10,000 hour principle that if you spend enough time, you get good at something. It's a good idea. But the next 15-year-old kid that plugs into his Marshall amplifier or has the talent is not going to be able to earn a living because there isn't a record company to pay advances, non-recoupable, plus royalties, plus put up posters all over, plus tour support. It's chaos out there because the freckle-faced kid next door believes he's entitled. You have enough money. Why do you care? I want to take your creation and I just want to make as many copies as I want without paying you for it.
And they can do that.
They do it all the time. Now, by the way, it does not affect me. This is going to sound out of context. I'm rich. Okay, I work for every penny of it, and you're not supposed to say that. I'm rich, I'm happy. The sad part is the next kid who's got the talent, who's got the will, the power, and wants to put in the work does not have the same opportunity. In fact, he may have no opportunity because the masses have the entitlement mindset.
Oh, they get it for free.
Everything for free.
Get on the internet, get it up, you get it for free.
All right, well, there you have it from Gene Simmons himself. Now, before we go on here with Gene Simmons, let's read something Alex Van Halen had to say in a recent interview. Yes, I quote from Alex, "There's nothing left in the music business. It's a bunch of ones and zeros. In the old days, you get $1 a record, and now you get 50 cents for 275,000 streams. It's insane. It's wrong." And guess what? Alex and Gene Simmons, in my opinion, are exactly right. Because today's generation that's enjoying all this free music is not thinking about the next generation, and they're complaining about how bad the music is today versus the music of yesterday. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, but they're not giving the kids an opportunity, okay, because they want to hear their favorite song for free, whatever the hell they want, and they don't want to pay for it. They want to download it. They want to do all this stuff, and they fail to realize that their kids or their grandkids have no opportunity to make money or even play the music they love because everybody thinks it should be done for free. Now, here's more from Gene Simmons.
You would understand what that meant if you wrote a book and spent a year writing it and nobody paid you for it. They all just made copies and everybody got one. Then you'd understand, hey, it's my book. Yeah, but you have enough money. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, well, that's exactly the truth right there. What's the point in writing a good song? If you say the new music is bad and you say your kid or your grandkid is really talented, and maybe he is. Maybe he is as good or could be as good as a legend that's out there. But will he have an opportunity to show it? No. Why? Why would anybody, or any parent for that matter, want their kid to spend their life making no money? Oh, well, they can be you can't be a successful part-time musician. Yeah, I mean, and what I mean by part-time musician, that means you work a job 9 to 5, you're raising a family, and then you try to do gigs on the weekend. It doesn't work. You'll get divorced, the kids will go a different direction. It doesn't work. Oh, yeah, that's the truth, the sad truth, 9 times, 8 times out of 10. There might be a few exceptions, but it doesn't last very long. There's always jealousy, but let's get back to the point here, which is the opportunity that the kids can have. Now, Gene Simmons has one other final thing to say. I want to play this part here before we move on to some more Alex stuff, okay? Here we go.
From 1958 for 30 years makes it 1988, okay? From then until 1988, name 100 bands, even hundreds of bands that have become iconic. Well, let's see, Elvis Presley, the Beatles, Rolling Stones, you can on and on.
The list is long.
Motown, the Supremes, and in blues and country and western. It's just amazing. From 1988, that includes, by the way, U2 and Madonna and Michael Jackson and all that pop stuff. From 1988 until today, give me 10 or 1 iconic superstar that's going to stand the test of time.
Nirvana.
Because they recorded 2 records. Okay, so maybe I'll give you Nirvana. So that's 1.
Can't think of another.
How about that?
But I was unprepared for this test.
But nobody is, because they'll go, oh, one of the pop girls. They're terrific.
Okay. You hear what he said? From 1988 till today, name iconic artists. Well, I think Gene may be wrong in this area. I think Gene gets it wrong here because there are what I think are iconic superstars of today. A lot of them, however, may be in country music more than rock and roll. And we're going to try to keep this to a rock and roll conversation, not a country or pop conversation, although he did bring up Michael Jackson and Madonna and things like that. I'll go with Bruno Mars is probably an iconic figure or will be an iconic figure, in the pop area, but we'll just move on back to rock and roll. And why is that? Why is rock music dying? Is it just because of the internet? Is that it? Well, I know one of the reasons why rock music has died. I'm certain of it. I'm 99.9999% certain why rock music is dead. But he's talking about the overall music industry. We'll make another video on why rock music is dying. But let's focus on what Gene said, what Alex said, about the music industry. What David Lee Roth has said about that, why the different kind of truth isn't streaming, because it costs more money in lawyers' fees than it does that they'll make off the album streaming off the online. And he's right about that, according to the figures that Alex just mentioned there. You get about 50 cents for 275,000 streams. But what do you guys think of what Gene Simmons had to say about getting the music for free, about not thinking about kids and grandkids' future in music? What do you think about that? I would like to hear your comments and thoughts, because I think you should get paid. I mean, if you, the viewer out there, wrote a song, it was a great song, okay? And people started going, wow, this is really good. You should do. And then the next thing you know, boom, everybody wants it, but nobody wants to pay for it. They don't. You know, have you ever made a CD? Let's say you're in a band, you made a CD or something, because you can't, you made a CD. If you try to sell the CD, there's two things that happen. One is they're like, I don't want to give you $20 for this CD. Where is it at on YouTube? And then they can stream it, and then you get 50 cents for 275,000 streams. But what do you think about this? I want to hear what you have to say. I'm going to make a few videos on why Gene Simmons is right. I'm going to try to do this, but last but not least, I want to add this to this show. Alex Van Halen also said this. The only thing left is playing live. And that's where it all started. So you're going to have to play live if you want to make money. I want you, the viewer out there, to tell me in the comment section. This is what I want you to say, or comment on at least. Would you rather have A, free music, or B, pay for the music you like and have cheaper concert ticket prices? Because that's what it really boils down to. If you paid for the music, then concerts wouldn't be astronomical to go to. What would you rather do? Would you rather pay for the music and have cheaper concert tickets, or get free music and have concert tickets way up high? So that's definitely something I want you to put in the comment section, along with the Gene Simmons. Is he right? What do you think about what he had to say? This is important topic here, really, for all you music lovers out there that are in the I Love Music Army. And for those people that haven't joined the I Love Music Army, we definitely invite you to join that for sure. Absolutely. If I do say so myself. We got plenty more videos to make, plenty more stuff to come. We have some Steve Perry news. We have, God bless everybody out there. We got to do a Dickie Betts thing for sure. And thank you so much for watching the Steve Champagne Radio Show. We will see you in the comment section. I read them all. So comment down there, like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.